everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about empties. So I have got skincare, hair care, makeup. We got a lot, buckle in, let's talk about my trash. This is my big box of goodies right here. I've got probably like a few months worth of empties here. I've got some things that have been like old favorites forever and then some things that are kind of newer. All right, so this right here, this has been one of my favorite affordable cleansers. Actually, one of my favorite cleansers like in general for years and years and years. It's the Olay Gentle Foaming Cleanser. I think this is like $5. It's super inexpensive, but it's really gentle and effective. This just gets all the makeup, all the skincare, everything off my face and is super gentle and doesn't dry anything out. It's just a staple product for me and I really like it. Here we've got another old favorite that I've been using forever. It is the Batiste Dry Shampoo. This is the tropical scent. This is my favorite of the Batiste scents. And it is so good. I've tried other more expensive dry shampoos before, and this one just gets the job done. It makes my hair feel cleaner, doesn't make my hair feel gritty or weighed down. It just does a good job of cleaning my hair and it smells amazing. It smells pretty strong, so you have to be okay with pretty strong fragrance. But it smells like coconut pineapple vacation. I just really like it. I'm finding a lot of my like very old faves right here. This is the La Roche-Posay Lipikar AP Plus Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. This is my go-to night cream. I use this every single night. It is just so, again, it's gentle, it's effective. It has a really nice like balmy texture. It really feels like it's locking in the rest of your skincare. Really great if you're having any sort of like irritation. I actually found this when I was having a flare-up of perioral dermatitis, and this was like the only thing I used on my face for like a week and while everything like calmed down. So it's just really good for sensitive skin and really dry skin because it just kind of has that heavier texture and locks everything in. I also love that you get so much for a really inexpensive price because this is La Roche-Posay. You can find it at the drugstore. But yeah, I love this so much. You can also use it on the body. It's really beautiful. I would not recommend using this during the day, like on when you're wearing makeup, because it's a little bit too heavy to wear under makeup. I've got the Living Proof Full Texturizing Foam. This is also a staple for me. I use this every time I wash my hair. I've got really fine, thin, straight hair. Like it's very silky. It doesn't have a lot of natural texture. And I love this for adding some volume and also just a little bit more wave and texture to my hair so it doesn't just fall super straight. It's really great for that, and it doesn't leave my hair like sticky or anything like that. I've also got the Opaplex No. 5 shampoo and conditioner. They sent this to me and I would not have bought this with my own money. Olaplex is just quite expensive and I really haven't noticed much of a difference with any of the Olaplex products that I've tried. Like they're good, but I just don't think they're really worth the price. I think my Pantene does just as good of a job and is way less expensive. This is new to my hair care lineup. This is the IGK Antisocial Time Release Bond Building Dry Mask. I bought another bottle of this as soon as I ran out. It is really good. I love that it's a dry hair mask. I don't like hair masks usually because I don't like having to just sit around with wet hair, you know, especially if the hair mask has to be applied to wet hair. That means you have to shampoo, you know, clean your hair and then get out of the shower, put on a dry hair mask, sit around for like 20 minutes and then get back in the shower. It just, I never fool with it. So I love that this is a hair mask that is aerosol, is dry. You can apply it anytime. It says to apply it before bed, but I just apply it really anytime that my hair is feeling just kind of rough and like it needs some softness and shine. This just leaves my hair super soft and shiny. I really notice a difference when I'm using this consistently. And I think it, you know, goes to show how much I like it because I immediately repurchased it. Wow, a lot of these are definitely like repeats. Like I bought another one as soon as I ran out. The Prequel Universal Skin Solution. Prequel Universal Skin Solution. This is a hypochlorous acid spray. If you're not familiar with hypochlorous acid sprays, they're really good for cleaning your skin, for eliminating any bacteria on your skin. They're really great for just keeping everything from getting clogged. It just really helps with my skin congestion, I guess. So the way you use hypochlorous acid sprays is very specific, and I think a lot of people accidentally use them like any other facial spray, but you actually need to apply these first thing after you cleanse your face. So while you have nothing else on your face, spray this all over and then let it dry completely before going in with the rest of your skincare. That's the proper way to use these. And if you use it, you know, like throughout your skincare, like to dampen your face, you're basically just using water. Like you're not really doing anything bad for your skin, but you're also not using this to the best of its abilities. This is a little mini of the Living Proof full dry volume and texture spray. This is probably my favorite dry texturizing spray that I've ever tried. Yeah, it just, again, like I said, I have very fine, thin hair that just really needs a boost of volume and texture. This does it for me without leaving my hair feeling sticky or gritty or unmanageable. This just gets the job done. It also has a good amount of hold, so I kind of use this like a texturizing spray and hairspray in one. But yeah, I go through this pretty quickly, and it is rather expensive, so I try and buy it when it's on sale. Cinema Secret's makeup brush cleaner has been a staple for years and years and years. This is so good for cleaning your brushes if you're a lazy person like me. I hate cleaning my brushes. I hate waiting for them to dry. I just hate the whole process. This makes it so easy. I keep this in a little spray bottle. I've got it right here. I keep it in a little spray bottle on my vanity, and whenever my brushes, you know, need a touch up, if they've got old makeup in them, you just spray it on your brush, swirl your brush on like a washcloth. It gets all of the makeup out, it sanitizes them, and then it dries within like 30 seconds. It's really amazing, and I go through it like crazy. Another thing that I like to buy when it's on sale, just because, you know, it's a little bit pricey. Got a cleansing balm here. So I'm a big fan of double cleansing with cleansing balms, especially. This is the one from Naturium. It's the Purple Ginseng Cleansing Balm. I really like this. This is a very good first cleanse. It's very effective at getting my makeup off. It's very gentle, doesn't leave a weird film on my face. It rinses clean. I really like this. I have, and I don't know if I have an empty of it here, but the Banila Clean at Zero Cleansing Balm, that one's my absolute favorite, and I would recommend it slightly over this one. I just felt like the vanilla, it gets the makeup off my face faster. This just requires a little bit more product and a little bit more rubbing, but this is also very good. I've actually got two of the Naturium cleansing balms in here. I think I bought one and they send me one in PR, and I just use them up, even though I slightly prefer the vanilla. All right, I've got this Cosrx Comfort Ceramide Cream Mist. I go through this like water. I go through it like crazy. I use it every single day. As after I go in with that Prequel spray, I will use this to dampen and hydrate my face and like kind of get it ready for more hydrating skincare. This is just so good because it's like it's a cream mist. I have a little bit here, you might be able to see, but it's a cream mist, and it has just this really nice, like when you spray it on your skin, it feels really light, but then it kind of, once it dries, it feels like you use like a really light lotion or something. It just gives a lot of hydration to my skin and makes it feel really nice and bouncy and gives a really nice glow. So yeah, this is my go-to. I also love the mister on this. It's just so refreshing. While we're talking about sprays and like mists, I've got MAC Fix Plus. I'm actually surprised I only have one bottle of here in my empties, but MAC Fix Plus is such a classic for such a good reason. I love using this in between different steps in my makeup process. So like a lot of times I'll put on my foundation, go in with a layer of Fix Plus, or then like once all my bronzer and blush and everything is down, I do another layer. It just is magic for making your makeup all blend together and look really seamless and hydrated. If my makeup ever looks like kind of powdery or dry throughout the day, go in with Fix Plus. Fix Plus is the perfect name for it because it just fixes everything on your face and just makes your makeup look so nice and natural. This is not a setting spray in that it does not improve the longevity of your makeup. It only melts everything in and makes everything look hydrated. It's not going to improve the hydration. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Improve the longevity of your makeup. It's not going to do that. I actually like to mix it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush spray. This does improve the longevity and then this just gives you that beautiful like glowy effect. So used together, they're kind of perfect. This stuff is a miracle. I don't know what is in it, but it is just such a miracle. The L'Oreal 8-Second Wonder Water. This, if you've never used a product like this, it's a very watery product, and you use it after you have shampooed your hair, and it has the little markers on the back to show you how much to use. So you just use that much in your hair. You massage it into your hair for 8 seconds. 8 seconds is like the amount that you want to leave it in there. I don't leave it in any longer. And then you rinse it out and follow with conditioner. This leaves your hair so shiny. I used it today. I washed my hair today. That's why it's so like straight. But if you can see, like, that is some really good shine, you know, like it's very glassy. It just really gives you significant shine to your hair. It makes it really silky. And this is very inexpensive. I think it's less than $10. You do only get like 10 uses out of it, but to me that's like $1 a use. It is well worth it because it makes such a difference on my hair. I've got 2 empties of the Roundlab Birch sunscreen. This is I believe it's a Korean sunscreen. This is one of my favorite sunscreens of all time. It is really, I think this is better for dry skin. It has a very like dewy, lotiony texture. It feels really nice on the skin. It gives you a real nice boost of hydration, wears beautifully under makeup. It's just 10 out of 10 great. I mainly use this in the colder months just because even though I have dry skin, this can be a little bit like too dewy in the North Carolina summers. But yeah, the rest of the year, I love this stuff so much. It's really, really good. Another very like meh whatever product is the Naturium Retinol Complex Cream. Maybe this isn't meh. I felt like this was a little too intense for my skin. I'm relatively new at using retinol. Like I said, I've been using my Curology for years and that has tretinoin in it. So I'm not like new to actives, but retinols I'm kind of dipping my toe into. This just wasn't my favorite, and I found that I always experienced a lot of like peeling and like flaking the day after I used this. I've found other retinols since then that are gentler and I don't get that with. This just felt a little too intense for my preferences. So I ended up using it on like my neck, chest, arms. You know, if you ever have skincare products for your face that you aren't loving for your face, use them on your body. Like the rest of your body needs care too. So that's what I do with different serums and moisturizers and stuff that I don't like on my face. I use them on my body. This moisturizer was really good. This is the Deinde Barrier Building Moisture Cream. They did send me this in PR and I ended up loving this. It is I would say light to mid-weight cream. I think it could work for oily skin if you like a lot of like dewiness. For me, for my dry skin in the daytime, it was perfect. It gave me so much glow, so much dewiness, and I just felt like my skin was more hydrated consistently whenever I was using this. Like I said, they did send this to me and I looked it up afterwards and it's pretty expensive. It's like $60 I think. I don't think I would spend that much on it myself. I liked it a lot, and if you see it on a good sale, then I think it's worth picking up, but I don't know if it's worth the price tag that they have on it. This, however, is a more expensive moisturizer that I would buy time and time again. It is the Dieux Instant Angel Lipid Rich Moisturizer. This, I think, is like $40 for the smaller tube, but I absolutely will spend that on again. Like, it is so worth it. It is a heavier cream. This is more so meant for dry skin. It is perfect for me in the daytime in the colder months. Just like it's like a hug for your skin. It's so soothing, leaves my skin so moisturized and just happy. I just loved every single thing about this moisturizer. It was also beautiful underneath makeup. Just 10 out of 10. Will buy it again. I think it'll be a little too heavy for me in the summer, so I'm going to wait until the fall to buy it again, but I will always have it in my collection. This is the Summer Fridays Dream Oasis Deep Hydration Serum. I think this is called something different now. I think it's called the Jet Lag Hydration Serum, but it's supposed to be the same formula. I haven't tried it since they repackaged, but this little serum has been such a favorite for me for years. I don't know what is so special about it, to be honest. Like, when I look at the ingredients, it is so just whatever. It's like hyaluronic acid. What are some other things in it? I think it has centella in it. Like, yeah, it's very hydrating, soothing on the skin. But when I'm using this consistently, my skin is just clearer, brighter, smoother. It's just, my skin is better when I use this. And whenever I run out of it, I immediately notice a difference. I stock up on this during the Sephora VIB sale because it is stupid expensive for what it is. And I just hate paying full price. But I can't quit it. I've tried lots of hydrating serums trying to find a dupe for this, and I cannot find anything. So until the day that I find a dupe, this will be in my collection. I've got 2 body washes here from Naturium. Naturium has a huge body care line. They've got like a million different body washes. They did send both of these to me, and I liked them both. This is the smoother glycolic acid, and this is the booster hyaluronic acid. The smoother was really nice for just all over, very gentle exfoliation. I quite liked that. They also make a glycolic acid lotion, I think they do. Glycolic acid body lotions do exist, and I feel like that does a more effective job at exfoliating my body, just like a leave-on product rather than one you're gonna wash off immediately. So yeah, I liked this, but I don't think I would repurchase. Same thing for this one, the booster one. This was really nice because it felt like a serum, like it felt like a hyaluronic acid serum that you used in the shower, and I did feel like my skin was really smooth when I was using this. It just wasn't exciting enough for me to repurchase. It was nice while I had it, but I don't think I'll remember it again, you know? I've got some Native body wash. This is the sugar cookie scent. This was, I think it was limited edition for Christmas. I loved this sugar cookie scent. I really like sweet vanilla scents in general, and this one was really nice. It was very like, it smelled like sugar cookies. Yeah, it was really nice, and I think I'd pick this up again when they have their Christmas scents out. But yeah, I like Native body wash a lot. I love all of the fun fragrances they have. My husband likes them too, which is nice because, you know, we can both use them. He didn't like this scent as much just because it's a bit girly. But yeah, I really like Native body wash and usually have a bottle in my bathroom. The L'Occitane, what is this? The almond shower oil. This is one of the best shaving products that I've ever used. I love using like shower oils and stuff with that kind of like slippy texture for shaving. I just feel like you get such a nice close shave when you do that. So yeah, I primarily use this for shaving. The scent of the L'Occitane almond line is so good. If you haven't smelled it before, it's a very light, it's like a fresh almond scent. It doesn't smell like sugar cookies or anything. It just smells like almond, but in a really nice, like invigorating way. So nice. I love this. I do get PR from L'Occitane, and they usually send me a bottle of this shower oil, which I am not complaining about. I love having this in my shower. But I just say that to say that it is kind of pricey. And again, I don't know if I would buy it myself, but if you see it on sale or something, definitely pick it up because this is really nice. Other body lotion here. This is from Bodyography. If you didn't know, like Bodyography is very well known for their glitter pigments, but they also have lots of different makeup products as well as skincare and like body care. So, you know, good to know. This is their body butter. This says the scent is vanilla bourbon. I don't agree with that. It smells like, this kind of smells like patchouli a little bit to me, but in a good way. Like patchouli, like when it's good, it reminds me of like new age hippie stores that I used to go into a lot when I was a teenager, and this was that. I really liked the scent of this. It was a very like earthy kind of sandalwood. That's what it was. It's like sandalwood patchouli scent to me, but vanilla bourbon, I don't know about that. I liked the scent. This had a really nice thick creamy texture that I enjoyed. I don't know if I'd buy it again. There are so many good body lotions out there that I don't know if I need to spend. I think this wasn't crazy expensive, but it is more expensive than I usually spend on body lotion. And I don't know if it was worth it, but I enjoyed it while I had it. This is one of the expensive dry shampoos that I was telling you about that I had tried. This is the Dry Bar Detox Thickening Dry Shampoo. It was fine. It was not as good as my Batiste. I didn't feel like it was as effective at cleaning my hair. It definitely didn't do anything in terms of thickening. If I remember correctly, this just like wasn't enough. I found myself using like half the bottle every time I used it. So yeah, would definitely go for the Batiste because it's also cheaper. Another skincare item I've been using in my routine for years is the Naturium Tranexamic Acid Topical Acid. Tranexamic Topical Acid 5%. I started using this years ago before my wedding, actually, to fade like post-acne marks and just like overall even out my skin tone. I heard about tranexamic acid being really good and effective for that, and I had tried vitamin C's throughout the years and just never, they either broke me out or I felt like they did nothing. So that's when I discovered tranexamic acid, and particularly the Naturium one. This is amazing. I don't even test vitamin C or like brightening serums anymore, just because this is it for me. This is so good. When I'm using this consistently, I am just seeing such an overall improvement in my skin tone. I usually have a couple of breakouts just in general that are like in different processes of healing, and I just feel like this really speeds up that healing process and really helps with the healing of any like scars or dark marks left over from acne. So yeah, I love this, and I use this every single day in my morning skincare. We're getting down to the bottom of the box. That means there's all the makeup and like little products that I've like settled at the bottom. So anyways, this is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Again, have loved this for years. This was one of my favorite scents. This is the pink lemonade scent. All of their scents are completely delicious, but this was one of my favorite that I tried. The Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask is, I have found other lip balms that compete over the years, but this one is still my go-to for overnight lip repair. It just, anytime my lips are struggling and are really dry and cracked, really just sitting with Laneige Sleeping Mask on my lips for like 30 minutes completely repairs them. It's just very effective at what it does, and it's really nice that they have all these fun scents. It just is a really fun experience to use it, and it is a product that really works. So yeah, I always have Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask on my nightstand. You know something's really good when you cut the bottle to make sure you can get every drop. That's what I do with my self-tanning lotion. This is the Tanologist Hydrating Gradual Tan Lotion. This is what it looks like when it's not cut open. But yeah, this is like the Jergens Daily Glow, but 1,000 times better. This is a gradual tanning lotion that you apply every day. The thing that I typically hate about products like this is that they're stinky. Like, even if they say they don't have a scent, they almost always do, and they always leave you smelling with that yeasty tanning lotion smell, you know? And for something that you're supposed to use every day, I really don't like that. Like, I like to smell good. I don't want to smell like a loaf of bread. But this one does not do that. They all say that they won't do that, but this one actually doesn't. This smells like gummy bears in a really weird way. It smells like a gummy candy, and that's really nice. The scent itself doesn't linger a whole lot. Like, it smells like gummy candy for like 20 minutes and then it doesn't smell like anything. I love that about it. It's also very effective at giving you a tan without all the effort of a tanning foam. You don't have to use the mitt, everything. You just throw this on like normal body lotion, and if I use this 2 days in a row, I have like a pretty solid tan. I love that about it. I love that you don't have to use it for a week to see the results. Really, this is 2 uses and I've got a good glow. I actually have 2 uses worth of a tan going on right now. I used it for the last 2 days, and now I've just got a little bit of glow, you know? So yeah, this is a forever repurchase for me. I love it to death. I've got 3 empty tubes of my favorite mascara. This is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. The best mascara I have ever used, and I have tested a lot of them. This is just a perfect mascara for me. It gives me volume, length, and separation. My lashes are pretty long, but I don't have many of them, so I have to be really careful not to find mascaras that are gonna like stick them together. It's not the same as clumpiness. It's just I need each lash to be separated so that I look like I have more lashes than I do. And this does that for me, all while giving me length. It holds a curl, and it gives you that nice like fluffy volumized look. I love it. The wand has this little curved banana shape, and I feel like that does a really great job of pushing your lashes up. I just love this stuff, and every time there's a Sephora sale, I buy a couple of tubes of it so I have backups. This is the Experiment Super Saturated Barrier Support Serum. This is my nighttime hydrating serum that I use. This has a very sticky texture, which I just love. You can feel it locking all the hydration into your skin. It's 30% glycerin, and it's just very effective at keeping my skin hydrated and happy, and supporting my skin barrier. I don't use this in the daytime just because of that sticky texture is a little too rich for me to use during the day underneath makeup, but I use this almost every single night before I use all my actives to kind of give me like a hydrating barrier to my skin. I've got 4 little bottles of Lumify. This is a brightening, whitening eye drop, and I use these multiple times a day to brighten the whites of my eyes. And let me tell you, when you start using Lumify, it's really hard to go back. Like, if I go on a trip and I don't have a bottle of Lumify, I'm kind of freaking out and I'm looking for a drugstore so I can pick some up. It makes such a difference in making the rest of your face look awake. I feel like in the morning when I wake up and my eyes are all cloudy, the first thing I do is put in some of these eye drops and I immediately feel like I look more awake. It just makes a huge difference on how you look. And yeah, once I started using these consistently, they're always in my collection here. I've got another serum here. This also just kind of was whatever. It's the Clarins Double Serum. This is very notorious. People really love this serum, and I don't really understand why. It was just fine. I really didn't notice much of a difference when I was using it. Maybe a little bit of enhanced hydration, but I don't really get the hype, and this was fine. I used up the bottle, but I would not repurchase this. Got a lot of serums in here today that were just whatever. This is the Cosrx Propolis Light Ampule. Again, I had heard such good things about this, and then I tried it. I'm like, that's fine. It was just another light layer of hydration. This had kind of that stickier texture, which I do think is nice. When your skin has a little bit of tack to it, especially if you're going to put on makeup, it just feels like it makes everything stick to your face better. But yeah, this was fine, but I would not purchase it again. This is a holy grail for me. This is the Mixsoon Bean Essence. This was really viral a year or so ago, and that kind of reeled me in. But once I started using this, I was just addicted. I know it's called an essence, and you would think that it's meant to be used as a leave-on serum, but the directions that the brand actually give are to use this as sort of a physical exfoliator. So what I do is I take about 3 pumps of this on dry, clean skin, and you just start massaging it into your face. It has a very sticky, well, no, not really sticky. It's hard to describe it. I don't have any here, but it has a really nice silky yet thick texture that enables you to just massage it into your skin. And as you're massaging it on your skin, you start to feel little balls of dry skin and dead skin just start to ball up. And it's in the process of massaging your face, everything on the surface of your skin just gets massaged away. It's a really weird experience, but it's very, very satisfying to me. And I know that it's working because if I use this when my skin is really happy, very hydrated, it just feels like my skin's happy, I don't feel a lot of those little balls and grits come up whenever I'm using this. So that means there's not as much to buff off, if that makes sense. But when my skin isn't happy and it's really dry and flaky and I use this, I feel all of that dead skin coming off. So yeah, this is very effective. It leaves your skin so hydrated, bouncy, soft, smooth, but it's very gentle because you're not going in with anything abrasive. You're just using your fingers to massage this in. So highly recommend this, and I have already repurchased. I always have at least one bottle of this in my arsenal. I've got a very exciting empty. If you are a beauty lover like me, you know that it's hard to actually go through makeup when I have this much, but I've got a highlighter that I used up. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Highlighter in the shade Wherever Pearl. I use this all the way up because this is the only highlighter that I use. It is so perfect, and I always have backups of it because I'm terrified that they are going to discontinue it, but it is just the best highlighter I've ever used. I have it on today, and you can just see the most, it's a very intense glow that it gives your skin without being glittery, without enhancing texture. It's got the most translucent, finely milled base to it, so it looks like just kind of glossy skin. So many other powder highlighters that I've tried can look kind of thick or dry on your skin. This never looks like that. I use it every single day. It's my favorite part of my makeup routine, and that's why I went through it. And you know, you don't get a ton of product. I think it's fairly priced for how much you get, but yeah, I went through this while using it daily. I think I used it up in a little over a year. I've got 2 of the Armani Luminous Silk Concealers. This is one of my favorite concealers ever. It is not a very light, or not a very high coverage option. It is, I would say, medium coverage. It has a beautiful, soft, luminous finish. If you've ever used the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, this really matches the texture of that product. It has just this very second skin finish to it. It is so natural on the skin. It just looks at one with your skin texture wise. I love to mix this with a higher coverage concealer to kind of thin out the coverage, give it that sort of skin-like finish. Or I like using this on lighter makeup days on its own, just for, you know, to perfect everything, but not looking like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. So yeah, Armani Luminous Silk Concealer is amazing. The shades of this product are also fantastic. They have a really wide shade range with really good undertones. So like, I have neutral toned skin, and I feel like this is one of the only concealers that I found that has truly neutral undertones in the range. It's just really, really good. I use 5 in the wintertime and 5.25 in the summertime. I've got this little mini of the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is my favorite eyebrow gel. It has this really unique applicator that's like a little comb, and I feel like it is really good at kind of laminating my brow hairs up, but it doesn't have that like thick kind of waxy texture that a lot of laminating brow gels have. It's just a completely clear gel, very thin in textures, but it still like gives you that lift, and it keeps your eyebrows like up and fluffy without looking like you have that like thick brow gel on. Yeah, I love this. I've tried lots of different brow gels over the years, but the Benefit one is my go-to. I've got a travel size of the Leda 20 Bourbon Brulee fragrance. I fell in love with this over the past year. It is incredible. It is a sweet wintertime dream. It has, this smell. It's literally intoxicating. I love it so much. Very coconut forward. Like in the notes, it's more supposed to be like a bourbon vanilla scent. But I get quite a bit of coconut from it. It's sweet without being sickeningly sweet. It's not too gourmand, but it is still sweet. It has a little bit of smokiness to it. It feels very elevated, yet you can still wear it every day. It is just my go-to scent for the colder months. I absolutely love it. I've got a travel size of Fleur Missing Person. I really like this. This is sort of one of the OG kind of like skin scents. This is very subtle. It's very musk forward, and it kind of is one of those chameleon scents that smells different depending on who's wearing it. I really love it, but I found the dupe from Finery, which is sold at Target, is spot on to Fleur Missing Person, and it's a fraction of the price, so I have no need to buy Missing Person because that one is just as good for less money. I buy a lot of like travel size perfumes just because I don't love committing, and this allows me to try lots of different fragrances. I've got one of Dead Cool Extra Milk. I did not like this. This is a similar concept to Fleur Missing Person. It's very like supposed to smell like your skin, very like just a close to you fragrance, whatever. This one smelled like straight up rubbing alcohol on me. I don't know if I got a dud or what the deal is, but I did not like this. I know a lot of people love it. Give it a smell if you're near a Sephora, see if you like it, but for me, it was a no-go. Just smelled like alcohol. This is the original Benefit Benetint. I love this so much and immediately bought a new bottle once I ran out of this. This is a no makeup hero. This is just, you can use it on your lips, on your cheeks. It is a stain, so it just looks extremely natural. It just gives me a light pink flush, like on my cheeks or my lips. Very natural looking, doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. It just makes you look more awake. I use this anytime I'm going to the gym, anytime I'm just running out the door, don't have time for any makeup, but I want a little bit of something. This goes on my cheeks and on my lips. It's just so beautiful. Not like the longest lasting as a lip stain. I kind of use it as like a flush, if that makes sense. It's not, I'm not really using it for longevity. I'm just using it for the ease of product use and how natural it looks. Another kind of boring moisturizer. This is from Naturium. It's their multi-peptide moisturizer. I've gone through a few bottles of this, especially in the summertime. This is really nice because I want something lighter on my skin that doesn't feel so heavy. And this has a very nice light texture without being like a gel cream. Like I still want a lotion, but I don't want it to be super heavy. This is really nice, lightweight, performs well under makeup. Like it's kind of a boring product, but that is what makes it good because there's nothing all that exciting about it. It just moisturizes your skin without feeling too heavy. So, woo! That was a doozy. Thank you all for sticking around and listening to me blab about my trash. Would love to hear any products that you use and that you consistently go through. I think that's such a good sign that a product is really important to you if you're consistently going through it, you know, especially for us beauty junkies. We like to try a lot of different things, but we always have those staples that we use time and time again. Thanks for joining, everybody. I'm so happy to have you all here, and I hope I see you again next time.